Have you been thinking of launching your own podcast, but not sure where to start? Well, we were in your same position when we started. That's when we found Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout makes podcasting easy. With Buzzsprout, you can launch a professional podcast in no time. In fact, Buzzsprout has already helped over 100,000 people get their podcast launched. With Buzzsprout, you'll get a great looking website, audio players to drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, and tools to promote your episodes, and much, much more. Plus, Buzzsprout publishes new blog posts, YouTube videos, and podcast episodes on a weekly basis to help you become a better podcaster. So if you're ready to start your own podcast, just click the link in the show notes and receive a $20 Amazon gift card for signing up. This lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you, and it also supports our show. Buzzsprout, the easiest way to start your podcast. Thanks.
And here we go. You're listening to the Kings Can Move On podcast with your hosts, Jason Stewart and Frank Rainey.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Kings Can Move On special podcast. This is the battle of the sexes. This is going to be the men against the women. We only got 3 women, but they feel like they can hold their own in these questions that we have. But hey, what's happening? You got your co-host right here, Frank the Tank, aka Big Reno. What's happening?
I'm sorry, I'm a little late. You know who I am, Bullet J, okay, Wood. What's up, everybody? It's our very first live stream, so we might have a little adjustment to make here and there, but we're gonna make it work. I'm gonna let everybody go through and introduce themselves individually. Start from the top. Let's go with the big Candyman up top.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Candyman, host of the Candy Shop podcast, heard in 54 countries. I've been podcasting for about 5 years. And currently in Springfield, Missouri, but repping Canton, Ohio, Hall of Fame City. You already know what it is.
Good.
And then Ashley.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ashley J. White. I'm the Healthy Love Coach representing that H-Town, the city of Beyonce, so we hold it down. I'm excited to be here with the Battle of Sexes, holding it down for the ladies.
What's up, Eddie? You muted, brother.
This is Eddie, Fast Eddie, in Houston, Texas, or Pearland, Texas, by way of Kansas City, Missouri. I am the Joe Blow, the lover man. No, I'm just playing. I'm just here. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Miss Fee.
Hey, this is Fee from Inspire Her, the Total Woman. My partner's not on here today, I'm assuming, because she's not single. So, ladies, look, it's only 3 of us on here. They set this up like this. They did. But that's okay, because we're going to take over. It's a known fact. They already know.
Already, Fee. Already. They ain't ready.
They already know. They said
Trust me, we ready. Trust
Rich Fit.
What's good? Good evening, everybody. Stephen Richmond, a.k.a. Rich Fit, a.k.a. Rich. I'm the chef of the show, whatever you want to call it. Man, nice to meet everybody. I'm looking forward to digging in some asses and acting a fool because that's what we do. I mean that figuratively, not literally, but yeah. Hello, everybody. Good to meet everybody. We're here.
And last but not least, Miss Jocelyn.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jocelyn from Kansas City, Missouri, here to hold it down with the 3 females. And like they said, they only got 3 of us, but that's really all they needed, to be honest. I mean, more than 3 would have been an unfair advantage if we're being real. So y'all get ready. We already ready.
Gang, gang.
Yeah. The women talk a lot, so that's why we only had to have 3 of them because they're gonna fill it up. Hey, we are live right now, everybody. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Everybody, come and check us out. We just got a comment. Jamie Johnson from Missouri. She's running for district rep. She can see us. All right. Hopefully she can hear us too. So,
right.
Jason, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go ahead and let you handle things, man, and let everybody know how it is.
You muted, Jay. Unmute.
Good catch. So, like I was saying before I was unmuted, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, everybody. So be aware. We're live out there, going live, and we're gonna keep it all respectful. We're gonna have some good debate, that's respectful, and also let's try to go to Facebook jail. I mean, I ain't trying to put nobody in censorship, but just keep me out of Facebook jail. That's all I'm saying. And it's probably to my co-host.
Hey.
Hey, don't worry about jail, bro. We got bond money. Don't worry about that.
Okay, you got it.
You just have to post bail. Post bail,
You
man.
almost got us in Facebook jail.
We gonna say what we say now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got that bail money on deck. Shoot.
Yeah, don't worry about that part.
All right.
We're gonna say we have a good conversation today.
Yeah, I asked for some questions. I only got some from the men's perspective, so the women want to keep theirs under wrap.
Jay, let me pause
some questions for us too.
Let me pause you right there. That lets you know right there. Only the men complied. Only the men that was willing and able to respond.
Really, Eddie? That's what we doing? We gonna start off like that?
Starting off bad.
Because we know men can't follow instructions. Y'all can't follow instructions, not even grocery store instructions. So like,
right. That's what we were trying to do. The women were trying to keep it real. We wanted to keep it, unrehearsed.
Hey, Wood, you remember when I said we're gonna have to use
when a man asked you to deliver some specific things, no reply. No reply.
No. It was just we were trying to keep it real, and fluent here, with our responses. We didn't want to try to think up because if we had already pre-thought of our answers to questions, y'all would really be in trouble.
Hey, swear to God.
Maybe y'all were just interrogated.
She haven't told anyone.
Wait, was that Candy Man?
I'm just saying.
What he said.
Okay.
We just wanted to come to the table with full authenticity. We didn't want to be prepared for the questions. We didn't want to come here with a speech. We wanted to come here and really answer the questions.
I really didn't have any questions.
We're trying to keep it authentic. We're trying to keep it authentic and real. I thought this is what the Battle of Sexes was about. Keeping it real.
Let's just go in. Go ahead, go in.
Let's just go in. Eddie said it. Let's go in.
I heard if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Let's go.
Bam! Ooh. There you go, my sister. There you go, Jocelyn. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Exactly.
You with these old nickel and dime ass, slick ass Chicago talking shit. Come on, let's go. Jay, hit him with the first question, man.
So I'm gonna jump around. I got a bunch of them, but let's go right to it. I'm gonna ask the women. When it comes to dating, do you really know what you want? And the second part of that is then, do you know what men really want? So for any woman on here, can you please tell us what it is you really want? We want to know. I'll wait.
Okay, I can start out because I just went through this with a friend. So for me, I want to meet somebody that is somebody that I can get to know as a friend. That I can, because a lot of times you meet people and you sometimes you feel like you can't be yourself around them. I want to be able to be myself, my silly self, my crazy self, my smart self, all of myself around this person and have it grow into a real relationship. A lot of times you can't get that. So one of the things I say is, yeah, I know the things that I want out of the relationship. But as the relationship grows, there may be things that I'm exposed to with this particular person, I didn't even know I wanted. But he, his personality is different than anybody I ever met before, and he may be able to introduce me to some aspects of a relationship I may never had before. So yeah, I come in with what I want, but it may change a little bit. The base is the same, but some things might change as I
So
go
you
along.
don't. So you don't know what you want, basically. That's what I took from that.
You know what I want? That is not what I said.
So the question was specifically, what do you want from a man?
And I said, I want somebody that I can have a real friendship with that grows into something more. Somebody I can be real with.
But you
want
say
me to?
that,
She want us to be specific. I got you. What specifics you want? Because I got it. First
Go
off, I
ahead.
need your time. I need your time. Your time is how you show me that you are invested in me. I can't invest in something that is not investing in me.
That's true.
So first and foremost, before we even start to venture into any other things that I need, I definitely need your time. Everything else comes second. And as far as I'm concerned, when it's in the dating phase, it's extra. A lot of times I'll see things like, okay, well, if you're dating, I'll see feuds about who should pay or who should do this and who should do that. Just give me your time. Let's start there. And then we can, figure out where to go from there.
Miss Ashley.
All right.
I think the most important thing is knowing what your love language is and what you need. Everybody's needs are different. The things that I'm going to need from a relationship are going to be different from Fee, are going to be different from Jocelyn. I think the most important thing is in having an open and honest conversation with the person that you're with, because just because we vibe together doesn't necessarily mean that you have the capacity to give me what I desire and need in a relationship. I've been in relationships sometimes with guys that there was a lot of sexual chemistry, but there wasn't a lot of emotional chemistry. So it's knowing that you can fulfill all the boxes that I need to feel fulfilled in a long-term relationship. Because a lot of times we tend to focus on the physical and the sexual, but not what's going to happen in the long term in the relationship. And as we're getting older, we have to understand that our needs are going to continue to grow as we grow older. And are you going to be with me if I go to the doctor today and he says, Ashley, you have stage 4 cancer, and your hair is going to grow. Your hair's not going to grow, but it's going to fall out, or there are things that are going to happen to me in a physical form that I'm going to need you to be there to support me, so it's knowing, do we not only vibe emotionally and physically, but can you also vibe with me in other areas of my life? Because as we're growing older, the things that we're going to have to deal with are going to be a lot more heavier. So can you deal with me?
Give us like 2 examples of those needs that you're saying you want.
Because what I heard, Ashley, real quick, is you give up the draws before you find out if you're emotionally attached to that man.
No, Frank, now, Frank, you out here with the.
I ain't gonna let you do that to her, Frank.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I said that the issues are that a lot of times we focus on the physical and physical without looking at the emotional aspects of it, and that happens on both the female side and the male side. I think that we get caught up in, does the person look good? Does the person satisfy us physically? But we sometimes will put the emotional side of it down at the bottom. And it isn't until we get deeper into the relationship where we see that we have this need. And then we feel like, golly, I did not think about having this aspect of my relationship met.
So
say that again.
I'm glad you said that. So give me 2 of those needs that you just mentioned.
2 of the needs that I would need, I for me, and this is just for me, because everybody's needs are going to be different. I need to know that you can be there for me when times get tough.
So
I don't like quitters.
So
and a lot of times, say that again.
So you want to make sure that one of your needs is financial.
That's not what I got.
No.
I got emotional from that.
I never said financial. I never said financial.
Emotional.
I never at any point in this answer did I say financial, because the financial part. No, I said a lot of times we focus on the physical needs in terms of like, does the person look good? Do I have a good time? But we don't tend to focus on the emotional needs.
But Ashley, the question is, what does Ashley need? That's what I'm asking you.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying I never specifically said financial need. My thing is meeting somebody that can handle all stages of life. In terms of, as we get older, we're going to deal with things that are much heavier as we get older. So that means, can you stand by my side when my parents die? When I have to bury the only people in this world that love me unconditionally, can you stand by my side and support me emotionally? Not the physical aspect, because a lot of times men will focus on the physical need. Oh, do you need some D? No, I don't need that. What I need to is when I come home and I tell you that I'm dealing with these things, can you support me emotionally? I've been in relationships where we've had a good time, but when I come to you with some heavy stuff, can you be there for me? And that's a big thing for me.
You need a guy to be there emotionally. And give me one more.
Hold on. So I haven't heard from Jocelyn yet.
No, wait, because we want to get at least 2 needs from Ashley. Then
you got one. You added financial. I don't know where that came from.
You heard from me. I said time. I said time.
That's my fault. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get back to
Ashley. I agree with Ashley.
Anyone know what the second one is? Let's get back to Ashley.
Okay, so what are we getting back to?
Your second emotional needs.
Okay, emotional need, and then I also need a need in terms of friendship. Can you be my best friend? That's can you be the person that when something goes right, I want you to be the first person I want to talk to, and then when something goes wrong, I want you to be the first person that I talk to. So in my love languages are physical touch and emotional. So I need to know that you can be there in both ways to satisfy me. So those are my 2 needs, Eddie.
All right, so I got it. So emotional and somebody that can be your friend. Got you.
Yes.
One thing, can I say something? One thing that I just learned from this whole conversation is that we like to express exactly how we feel. Y'all want us to just get right to the point.
Yeah.
But Fee, you know what? The funny thing is, Eddie went straight to financial, and I didn't say nothing about money. I didn't say nothing about money.
You actually did, but
no, I did not.
I said it was support, and you interpreted it as financial support.
Yeah, I never.
Y'all ain't gonna just jump on my board.
But it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Like my girl Jocelyn said, I didn't say nothing about money because honestly, when it comes to money, I don't.
So financial is not one of your needs.
No,
it's not a need.
No, it's not. And I think a lot of times what black men, specifically black men, I think a lot of times get wrong is that we don't need that support. A lot of black women out here, we're making our own money. We're out here starting businesses. We're doing things. Financial support is the last thing that we need in terms of our needs. What I need is somebody that's going to support me emotionally. If I come home and say I had a bad day, you like, baby girl, I got you. If I come home and say I'm tired and you say, baby girl, I can go in the kitchen and cook tonight. You ain't got to cook. I can be there for you in that way. A lot of times we have to adjust these gender roles in terms of what men and women need, because a lot of us as women, we don't need that. What I need is I've had to be superwoman every day. When I come home, I want to take the cape off.
So I have a question. Let me ask this to the other lady. You want to adjust the gender roles.
Hold on, dude. I just got a quick question.
Hold on, because you're trying to dig too deep right now. Hold on.
Don't do that.
Out of all the ladies that said something, is the foundation being laid? Is this something that y'all stated in like the first or a second conversation? Is this like a need and a want that y'all have already told the men?
Before
So
y'all gave
can
up
I
the
put a
draws?
twist? Can I put a
Now,
twist on what she's
Frank,
saying?
you're doing too much. Frank,
I'm
you're doing too
asking,
much.
but
And,
I'm
and I want
asking,
to
is it
address what
something that you
Frank's
had
saying
said
too, because
before?
I'm gonna keep it real in here. I'm gonna keep it all the way real in here
Mm-hmm.
on a couple of different things. Okay, first of all, I want to put a different twist on the emotional support that Ashley is talking about. The emotional support doesn't always have to be as a result of something negative. I'm a talker. I want to call you in the morning. If you're my person, I want to call you in the morning and tell you what I didn't experience in the first 5 minutes of my day because you're my person and I feel like you should know this. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be something negative. I just want to talk to you because you're my person and I just love talking to
So,
you. You know what I
so,
mean? And
did,
I
so,
just want you to have the same feeling.
so did I give off a negative vibe to that answer?
No,
Because
no,
I
no, no,
was
no. The reason
okay.
why I said that, Eddie, is because Ashley was saying, someone who talks to me in my time of need. Well, I don't just want you to talk to me in my time of need. I want you to talk to me when I don't need nothing.
I'm
Just
like
because
you.
I want to talk to you.
I need to talk to you every day. We need
Right.
to listen. We need to talk every day because I need to know what the fuck is going
I want to
on.
tell you what I
I'm
ate
with
for
you. I'm with
breakfast.
you.
I want
Yeah.
to tell you what type of workout I plan on doing
Yeah.
today. Like, that's just what type of person I am. I'm a talker.
I
So
get
I want
me
to
too.
talk to you about things that don't even matter. Like,
But let
that's
me
just how I
ask this,
am.
women, because Ashley said something earlier. She said that she doesn't like quitters. Do you women feel that same way?
About quitters?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like it is appropriate to quit certain things. I feel like it's the way that you quit things. Is it respectable or not? You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you quit a job, you can quit it in a respectable way or a non-respectable way. When you quit a relationship, you can quit it in a non-respectable way or a respectable way. I don't feel like it's necessarily the fact that you quit whatever it may be, it's how you do it.
Mm.
How did you do it? Did you
Because
do it in
every
a respectful
relationship,
manner?
Yeah,
it
and
is
just to back up
a
what Jocelyn said, when I'm talking about quitting, I'm talking about when things get difficult in a relationship. And I think the issue is we look at love and think that love is happy times at all times. And it's not. If you want to look at the reality of love, there are good times and bad times. And I think that the problem is once bad times hit in a relationship, a lot of people are quick to run because it doesn't feel good. And I
But
think and I think when you have this skewed idea that relationships and love are supposed to be good times all the time, and that's when the problem arises. It's like a roller coaster sometimes. They're going to be good
but I
times,
don't
they're
think
going to
that
be bad
men are
times.
listening. I don't think that men are quit. Well, matter of fact, for the stats show that women file
Quit
for
way
divorce
before the
70%
men.
of the time. And
Yeah.
and in the relationships that I've been in, 9 times out of 10, the women have ended it. Not
Yeah,
me.
not me. I ain't never been
Oh,
Can
there.
I
go ahead,
say
go ahead,
something
Candy
on
Man.
that?
I feel you.
Oh,
Yep.
Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something on that?
Let Candyman speak. Go ahead, Candyman.
Look, okay, so I agree. Like what she said, she don't mess with no quitters. I agree with her. You shouldn't be messing with nobody who just gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gritter. I ain't no quitter. You feel me? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If you right, I'm gonna hold it down. But through my experience, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to a lot of women gave up on me either because they was on games or they couldn't handle a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, "Oh, I want this type of man. I want this type of man." As soon as that man, that real man, not that good man, the real man, great man, step up and take that position of power, they quit on your boy. They leave your boy hanging. They don't say nothing. Y'all go back. Not y'all. Excuse me, because I know how that y'all work works. But
Y'all.
Wait,
Watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth.
listen. Y'all quit on
but
Candyman,
most,
and then y'all
but
run
most
right to a monster. That's what they do.
I
Y'all
I
quit on
yeah.
agree.
Now
y'all
hold
quit.
Listen,
on, Eddie. Now hold
Listen,
yeah,
on,
that's
Eddie.
what they
You
do.
can't,
They
literally.
like
hold on, hold on.
Candy
Quit
Man
on
said.
Hold
Candyman.
on.
Listen,
They
y'all
run.
quit.
But here's the thing, though.
That's beautiful.
They go back all the way to ex-boyfriend that they was crying about. Oh, he broke my heart. Oh, he was cheating. Oh, I need a real man. Oh,
Hey, they don't want to unpack that baggage right now, sir.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
think
They
they
go
want to
right.
unpack that baggage.
Now,
Hold on, but they
Wait a
go
okay.
minute,
right
Candyman.
back. But they go
Can
right back
I
to
tell you
old
something?
boy, and
Who
then
wants to
Can I tell you
answer
after they
first?
go
something?
back to old boy, they
Lisa.
come back to me after everything is all bad. You just had a baby, and now
Let me
all of a
ask you
sudden,
something though,
a year
Candyman.
later, you want to be my friend again. You want to
Now they
come
want you
back
to be
after you left
stepdaddy.
me high and dry.
Okay,
After you see me come up, you see me come up, and
Eddie
now all of a sudden,
Bang,
oh hey,
Candyman,
how
I
you
got a
doing?
question
I,
for you. I got a
Yes,
question for
yes,
you.
come on with your
How you
question.
for
know you
sure.
had the right woman from the beginning?
Oh, I
Maybe you
never had
had
the right
a woman
woman.
that just wanted to use you for what you had and then roll out. You might
Shoot,
not have had
'cause
the right woman
look,
from the beginning.
but look,
You
I take it
you
like
didn't
this.
have no expectations of her from the beginning because she
I
wasn't gonna
agree.
treat you right from the
I agree. I
beginning.
think that we set
A
our
lot of times you
expectations
already
wrong.
know what kind of woman you got when you get her in the beginning. If she
Not
ain't treating you right from
always.
the
Not
beginning,
always.
or if
Be,
something changes,
because
you
some
gotta pay something can change and you got to pay attention to those. If she start not answering your phone calls, not loving on you as much, not wanting to listen to you, not
She
wanting to
cheating.
come over, you come over, spend time, all of those things we show you. We you know,
Show us by
But
cheating.
but
but here's
elaborate more.
that
Wait, Kenny
too. I
man.
mean, some
Because
women
listen,
do.
I want her to elaborate more on that. So elaborate more on what you just said. When you're
Now he
reaching out.
said him and Frank said the same thing to me. This is what I heard. The
Mhm,
women leave them. If
right.
you know, so if that's a pattern,
Mhm.
then start paying to the signs. And
Hmm.
when you
Okay,
get
so
those women
can you elaborate
but
on the signs?
on the signs, I just said
Yes.
it. If when
no,
you
but
call me, I'm busy. If I'm busy, if every time I talk to you, maybe I feel annoyed or I don't want to talk to you. If all the lovey-dovey stuff, no more baby, honey, hi, sweetheart, I want to listen to what you're saying. You know, all of the things that you liked in the beginning that drew you to me or
Time.
to
but
her
here's
Listen,
Time.
here's
We
my
need
thing
to
though.
invest in
Here's
time.
my
fellas.
thing.
in the
Listen to the
time.
I
signs. She just said when they ignoring your phone call, they ain't really texting back fast. They acting unbothered. So when they ask you after all that, and then they ask you to take them to State 48, you should be like, hell no, because
I
clearly
know.
you ain't
oh,
into it.
hold on now. Here's my thing.
Like Jocelyn said, she
I
ain't
I
calling
take
you to tell
myself
her
to
hold
what
state
on. Let
eating
me.
at
48.
breakfast no more.
Well, hold on though. Here's my thing
No,
though. I read
fine.
the
We give
signs.
you the sign.
There's been times like when I was younger, I'll admit the signs just went in and out because I was so into her. I was like, oh yeah. But as I got older, as soon as you give me those signs where you don't rock with your boy, I'm on to the next one. I'm on doing something else. But then that's when they want to come back after they screwed up after everything. And then they try to play like they didn't cut me off. Then they try
Okay.
to play like, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, it was a mistake.
Sweetheart,
Oh,
you don't have to answer her
here's
I
here's
want to be
here's my
completely
favorite one.
transparent
Here's
here.
here's my favorite one. Oh, I just had my reasons and da, da. No, keep it real. If you don't want to mess with me, it's okay, baby. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna find somebody better because what one woman won't do, the better one will.
So let
And you
me
Can
know
I
ask
what?
you
keep
a
things
That's
all
question.
the way
When that
transparent
woman
thing?
leaves you, why do you answer her phone call when you call? You know, if a guy, if he roll out on me, you might be on block.
I want
I'm
to answer this
not answering no
question.
phone calls
Go
when you
ahead,
call me
Jocelyn.
back.
Go
I
ahead.
want to answer this question because, like, we all pretending like we don't be remembering what be going on, and I want to answer this question and address what Frank been alluding to this whole time too. Is that sometimes we be screwing around before we get to know people, right? Like, let's just be honest and about it, right? And so I like to believe that soul ties is real, y'all. Like when
That's the
you
one.
when you get
Yeah.
to doing that and like in that moment and other moments too, you really feeling that person, right? And
Yeah.
so I feel like it really puts a blinder over your eyes. You
But
start not to see certain things.
explain to us what a soul tie is for the
A
people who might
soul
not know.
tie where you are being intimate with that individual. And so that intimacy that y'all are experiencing is overruling your judgment that you might normally have. You might see things that you don't see right now because you've got these blinders over. These intimacy blinders are over your eyes. You're seeing things in this person that may not be there. You're seeing things that may be there, but they may be like big compared to what they really are in reality compared to other things. You get what I'm saying? So, like, to me, when we say, oh, well, if we don't like this about this person, we don't like that about this person, and why are we dealing with this? Y'all, them soul ties is an MFer. I ain't playing. Like,
So you're saying that
So soul ties mean that
sometimes you do things and you don't even realize. Like, you look back in hindsight and you be like, why did I let that happen?
So just in layman terms, sometimes when the dick is good, you overlook.
And I'm not talking about from just the female perspective, from the women.
Men and women.
Sometimes you be like, it's worth it. I'm gonna do what it do.
I agree.
And sometimes, and I'm not saying this is a conscious thing. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want you to understand. I'm not saying that this is a conscious thing. I think that sometimes, even when you talk to your homegirls about your situation, like, yeah, this, that, and the third is going on, your homegirls provide a perspective of what's going on in your situation that you're not really wanting to accept. And the reason why you don't want to accept it is because they're interpreting the situation without these blinders on. You accepting it with the blinders on. You get what I'm saying? So you trying to hear what you can't hear.
Can I pause you for 1 second? Because you made a good
after Eddie, after you say this, we'll move on to the next question.
Okay. Because she mentioned something that was one of my questions. What influence does your homegirls have on your relationship?
A huge influence.
Okay. Eddie, you don't open up a whole nother conversation.
Why do your single homegirls?
It don't matter if they single. They homegirls. That's all that matters.
What you got going on?
You want to delve deeper into something that don't even matter. It don't matter if they single or not. What you need to understand is this my homegirl. And if I call her my homegirl, that's damn near my sister. You get what I'm saying? So she loved me. You know what I'm saying? So she gon' look out for what's best for me. One of the things that I love, no, hold on, because I was just about to address that. One of the things that I love about my best friends is they'll tell you, hey, if we hate them today, we hate them tomorrow. But if we love them tomorrow, we love them tomorrow too. They not here to be the F that, you know what I'm saying? That's not what they're here for. What they're here to do is to analyze the situation. And what I really, really love about my best friends is if I'm wrong, they gonna tell me. You was wrong for that. You shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? So
can I say something to that? I'm gonna say this real quick. We got different age groups on here. So I'm older, right? The older you get, sometimes you realize that your girlfriends, sometimes they are feeling some kind of way because they don't have a relationship. They want you to be their girl, go out and party with them, do this and do that. They don't really want to see you in a relationship, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I had to learn that the hard way. My girl, this dude, he did nothing to her, and had no problems, no nothing. But she had to admit to me at the end of the day, she just wasn't in her right mind. She didn't want me.
No. Say what it was for the people. She was jealous.
She was jealous.
Okay.
And that happens. I'm not here to say that doesn't happen. I'm just here to say that I don't keep girls like that around me. You can't be green and be around me.
You don't know a lot of times your relationships with women, because a lot of times that could be your best friend, but because she going through something,
that could be the downfall.
She don't mean to do it because she going through something. It's clouding her whole vision. Can't be
that's a whole nother conversation.
And I'm just
saying, really is.
I've been through it, and
now what I will say, y'all know when y'all out in them packs, that guys might want you out the pack. With your homegirls. So we already planned the scenario out. If I approach that group by myself, I'm gonna get fried. So we already know your homegirls got a major influence. And that don't help y'all. That's all I'm saying.
The homeboys do too.
Well, I know, Eddie, you are 100% right. That's why when I go out with my girls, I will leave the pack and go to where the guy is that I'm interested in talking to, because number one, I have a brother, and so I understand a lot of the issues that you guys go through when you have to approach a pack of women, and that's difficult. So what I will do is, if I'm in a club setting or if I'm somewhere where I see a guy, I will leave the pack of women that I'm with to go be in his space so that I can make sure that I am alone, so
Yeah,
that
that's
he will
rare.
have the opportunity to approach me. And
Yeah,
I
that's
understand that is an issue, and a lot of women don't understand that. And so I get that, Eddie, and you are on point when you say that. Now I want to go back to what Felicia was saying in terms of, being older and understanding that your female friends, are not the best in terms of understanding a relationship and what those needs are. You have to look at people's different experiences of love. And some people only know love from sacrifice. They only know love from struggle. So they're going to give you advice from their personal experiences. So we have to make sure that when we're getting advice from our friends that are girls, that are women, that we're getting those type of advice or guidances when our relationships from people that have understood what it is to have a healthy relationship. Because some people will advise you from their own pain. And so if you don't understand what their experience is with love, then you're going to get advice from a bad place. You're going to get experience from their pain. So you have to make sure that when you're asking your girlfriends, for their experience or for their advice in particular situations that you've gone to, that you're talking to people that have a healthy relationship with love. And so that's the big thing.
We can pause that on that right there. Good job.
All right, so I got a new question. Next question. Let's say you're in a relationship.
Just for the fellas.
Do you feel like that you should be the FBI with your man?
Now you got to ask a fellas question.
Oh, the freakiest bitch in America. That's what I'm talking about. Do you feel like you should be the freakiest woman in America for your man?
Wow, the question is going to the women.
That was on the list, but
That's a woman's question,
that was
but I'm
Frank's
just say
question,
yes.
personal question.
That's a
I'm
gift.
say yes.
That was Frank's question.
Wait a minute. Let's back up. So, Frank, what is the question now exactly?
Should you be the freakiest in America? Freakiest B in America. You should be the freakiest motherfucker. So where your husband, your man ain't got to worry about going. You ain't got to worry about your man going anywhere else because you taking care of everything that he wants sexually. Because y'all want this y'all want this emotional support. Y'all want all of this. A man wants to be left alone, drink a couple of drinks, and have a freak in the bedroom or any other room for that matter. What do you?
All right,
but Frank, are you speaking towards your needs? Every man does not require that, and I think that's what we have to be very, very careful about is understanding.
But here, even before if we say that every man
no,
let's ask the 5 men here. The 5 men here. This one says,
Eddie, that's not true.
Jay,
I don't think we can put Frank. I don't think we can put all men in the same box.
And even if we in the same box,
I think we have to be very. I think we have to be very careful with that because all men don't require the exact same thing.
I'm not even gonna say that all men don't require you to be a freak. What I'm gonna say is what men's definition.
Wait, Jocelyn. Wait. We have 5 men here. Let's hear from the 5 men that's here.
So
y'all definitions is gonna be different. Is what the point I was gonna get at.
But I guarantee you, overall, you definitely got to be a freak in the bed for your man. That don't even make sense.
And a definition of a freak is subjective. That's my point. That's subjective.
I'm not saying
because
that
there's some men who call themselves a freak, and I look at them like they boring. Eddie, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
I'm being real. I'm being real.
I'm with Jocelyn on that because I have been with some men that I have had a higher sexual urge than they have, so where I've been looking at them like, what's up? I mean, what we doing here? So I don't think you can put those boxes on all men. I think you have to find out what the man is that you're with, what he needs. Some men need more.
These other 4 men here. What do y'all think?
So okay,
So,
go
Brian,
ahead.
let's
so hold
start with
on.
you, Brian.
So hold on. Y'all hear me right? So listen,
Yeah.
we asked what the women wanted, but we didn't ask the men what they wanted.
Exactly.
So
Let us hear
it's
what
the
y'all
perfect time to say, because you're answering for the men right now.
want. Right.
So
Steve, go with
let's
Steve.
let's get it bigger though.
Let's get
In
Steve.
relationship wise, what do the men want from a woman? Eddie.
So relationship wise, what do I want in a
Please.
woman? Is that the question?
Please. Yes.
So for me, I need a communicator. So like Ashley said a while back, most women that I've dealt with are financially stable. So that's kind of like a free space in bingo, right? So I need you to be God fearing first. I need a definite freak. I need somebody that knows how to communicate. I need someone that's spontaneous. I just need someone that's likes to have fun. I travel, you know what I'm saying? I work out, so I'm into fitness. I like some of the same basic boring stuff that most men like. But you know, you can't put a box on every man like we said in the previous thing.
Steve, give us your top 2 must have. What you want from a woman?
Top 2 must have. Communicator, big ass freak, gotta be. Top 2.
Oh, that's your 2. Candyman, go ahead.
He said 2.
Candyman, go ahead.
Here's my thing, because
2.
2.
Yeah, top 2.
Yeah,
It have to be. Besides, I'm a God fearing is always going to be number one because I believe in God. So I'm gonna just leave that one, on the side because that's going to be
free space and bingo. We got
2. I need somebody to be feminine and submissive.
All right.
Oh man.
Feminine and submissive. Here's why. Because
Frank, go ahead, Frank.
Here's my thing.
No, that was 2. You good? We got you.
But like, I get it. Like, women they want to have some sort of power. They want to have some sort of authority in a way, and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Women need to have some sort of freedom. I'm not the type of man to control you or try to tell you what to do. But as the head of the table, I get the last.
Whoa, time out. We just asked you, like we asked the women, what are your top 2 wants? What you need? And I got it wrote down: time, need, emotions, and friends, and then friends. So your top 2 were she needs to be God fearing and she needs to be a freak in the bed. I just want to make sure I'm hitting that right.
No. The God fearing one. That's the God fearing. That's automatic. That okay. I'm not gonna put that in the 2 though.
So
what's your 2 is submission and feminine. I want you to be feminine. I don't want you to be.
No, that's it. Frank, go ahead. Your 2.
My 2, freak and freaky and Scorpio freak.
All right, talk about Jay. So his top 2 is freak and freak. Jay, go, Jay.
Dude, I'm just moderating. I'm not participating in all this.
You better say something, dog. You can't moderate.
I got back on track.
She answered questions.
Because I'm gonna go and then it's gonna be a next. So it's go ahead.
I gotta get this back on track. So I'm moderating. You go ahead.
All right.
I got something for you next after this.
Go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
Needs. Wow. I'm gonna be honest. My needs are so simple. I mean, freak for sure. So that's a consistency with all of the men. You got to be a freak in the bed for sure. And then 2, at least have just have what you already have going on. And then when you bring it over here, I'm gonna take half of that burden from you.
Right.
So when you come in here with me, at least have something, right? You don't have to have a whole bunch. Just have something. So when you come over here with me, we lighten everybody's load, right? So when I say come over here with me, just to give a little bit of context, I already got a crib. It's a house. You don't have to pay no bills. You don't have to pay no mortgage. So when you do come over here, right, don't add to my bills, right? So
you want to be efficient.
Yeah. So at least, all right, babe, you covering everything. I'm going to take care of the food, XYZ, and then I'm going to put on the trip. That's all I need.
So real quick.
Simple.
Sandra said that I swear all men say they need a freak because they are a freak. Truth is, every man is not a freak. I think that that's bullshit, and I think everybody.
Wait, no, Frank.
Hold on.
Frank,
Let me explain why.
Go ahead, Frank.
But you're saying that from a man who is a freak
Wait. Let me explain what I'm saying. I think
Okay.
that everyone has that freaky nature in them. Everybody, and
I
they
don't
need
know.
that person to bring that out of them.
Some
truly
people
think
boring,
everybody-
Frank.
Frank, that's
Some people are
not
boring.
true.
Yeah,
I'm
some
just
people
telling
boring.
you. Yeah, like what Jocelyn said, that's not true. That
Frank.
and that's why I
And you
kept trying to
know,
say
and I know.
no.
And some
Women-
people think they are freaks because they don't know what a freak is.
Women are way
speaking-
more freakier than men, right?
No,
Yes,
but you guys,
way
you
more.
guys, hold on.
I got Ashley. You go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead. I got you.
I'm just telling you that you guys are only speaking from your personal experiences, and we are too.
No,
I'm telling you that that's not true, because I have met some men that are not big freaks. That want real, that only want meat and potato sex. And in terms of freakiness, my freakiness level was way higher than theirs.
I agree.
And so you have to be very careful with. You have to be.
Yes, that is a problem. That is a problem, Eddie. Yes,
you have to be very.
Yes.
You have to be.
It is a problem. Yes, it is a
You have to
problem.
be.
Let's get
You have to
into
be.
it. Let's get into it. So y'all
Hold
saying,
on, wait. Here's what I say.
so y'all saying that the man don't need ass.
But check it out. When I was in my early 20s, there was a spot down in the city, and I'm about to put it all out here. There was a spot down in the city, down off 35th and Truth. It was a porn hub. It was a porn spot. It was a video spot, right? Down there. When I went down there to go get my little videos, you would see Johnson County, and for those Felicia and Brian and Rich.
Tell your story, bro. I need to get to the next subject. Come on.
Okay, hold on. So it was a spot that.
And Frank, hold on, Frank. If you're talking,
it was affluent for
Frank,
unfortunately white folks
I'm
who are conservative. They went there and got those videos. So for people to tell me that that their men are not freaks, that's bullshit. Because men do want what it's a natural craving for them. It's the fact that they didn't bring it out.
I don't agree with you, bro. I'm telling you, from my personal experience, women are way more sexually.
And men may have desires, but they don't always execute on them. And
they might get with a square and tone it down, but they definitely fucking with that side nigga on the side.
Scared to say, hey, baby, I want to do this.
They fucking with that side nigga on the side that's doing all that freaky shit that they like, right? Let's get into it right quick. So most of the time you get you a square guy, he might not be as sexually advanced, right? But they got that square guy, right? I mean, they got that freak guy, we'll call him Big Dick Willie on the side, that dick them down just how they like, but they know he ain't bout shit, right? Mm-hmm. So he the one to come fuck after 2 a.m. The square nigga want to take him to lunch, take him to brunch, right? But the problem is, and this is what I'm telling you, my problem is, especially with younger women, y'all let Big Dick Willie put a baby in y'all. And then y'all want Eddie to come play stepdaddy.
Incorrect.
That's
my problem.
That's facts right there.
That's
that happened to me plenty times. That happened to me plenty times. I got cut off.
I'm not letting it happen
pregnant by another nigga, and they come back like, oh, I got a kid now, so if you want to hang out, oh really? 9 months ago you didn't want to hang out, but now all of a sudden that he left you and he don't want nothing to do with you.
All right,
and you a single mother, you want to come around? No, I'm cool.
Listen, I got another question.
Go ahead.
And it segues kind of off what Candyman was saying. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my screen because I want to show you this IG video I was watching, and then I want your comments about it. So let me figure out how to share my screen, and then we're gonna do that this way. So y'all probably have seen this before. So I gotta figure out it ain't sharing, is it? It ain't showing, huh?
I see it.
Definitely seen this. Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So listen to this.
Have y'all all seen this?
I don't hear any audio though. I see it, no audio.
Just making sure all the things that he wants, and I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, "Oh, how you guys doing?" And I'm just like, "Girl, he's rotten." I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you. It's your joy. It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And that works for us because he.
Okay, so the first part of that was the question was, what do you, how you define being submissive?
Well, wait a sec. Hello, Hellsberg Diamonds. I just need to get a diamond ring, a 5-carat diamond for the person who just sent that video. The person just said that video. I need a 5-carat diamond ring for her because she was talking the truth.
So anyway, she's talking about that's her definition of being submissive to her man. We hear a lot of talk about submission, and people get kind of twisted about submitting to their man, and it's in the Bible and all this, and people like think it's like if I submit, I gotta do whatever he says I gotta do, and all this other kind of shit. So, women, each one of you, how do you feel about being submissive to your man, and what does it mean to you?
For me,
Ashley, or go ahead, Fee.
For me, I want being submissive doesn't mean I had to learn this. It doesn't mean you gotta do everything that he says. First of all, let me say this. In order for me to be submissive to you, you gotta know lead me. You can't just be any old person and think I'm gonna be submissive to you, especially when you ain't got your finances right, you ain't even leading your own self right. You got to have all that in order first, in order for me to lead. In order to
listen, finance was not one of your needs. Finance was definitely not one of your needs.
Let her talk, Eddie.
Nah.
Let me finish. You said two. You don't know what my needs are. See, that's the problem. You jumping in like a jump rope trying to talk, and you ain't listening. Listen, folks.
I asked you what your needs was.
You gave me two. You gave me two.
What was your top two?
We got way more too. We got way more needs than just two, brother.
Let her talk, Eddie. Let her talk so we can move on.
Let me talk. In order for anybody to lead you, they have to have things in order. I'm not taking care of the whole entire household. You got 3 kids that ain't by me. I'm not taking care of all of your kids. So your finances got to be in order. You got to be able to lead. Now, for me, I do like being my man's peace. When he like being his peace. I don't want to be when he come home, all in his face. He already had problems at work. Let's talk. Let's understand each other. So I know when you come in the house, you got a certain look on your face. I'm like, what's wrong, baby? I need to talk to you. Like Ashley said, I'm calling you during the day to say, hey, baby, how your day? Or texting you, say, hey, baby, how you doing? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? And if you need a hug, you need something. Even if I just know your favorite dessert that you like and you done had a hard day, I'm gonna have it at home for you. But that's what I was saying in the beginning. One of those top 2, Fast Eddie, is that we need to be friends first so that I'll know all of this stuff about you and you'll know it about me. That's one of my main things.
So your top 2 is friends and financial, or no?
I didn't say that. You keep trying to put finance. We
have more. I'm
gonna be honest. Listen.
So
I'm we talking about submissiveness, though, Eddie.
I'm gonna be honest because I know
you need some.
I know for a fact, don't no woman won't no broke nigga. She just.
But we don't need you to take care of us financially. We just need you to pull your weight. Just pull your weight, and you good, baby.
I've never said that. Let me say this. I'm gonna let you in on a piece of my life. My ex-husband made less than me. Okay. All I asked him to do is I have a house. I'm sitting in my house. He moved in with me. He had no problem with it. I had no problem with that. When he moved in with me, this became our house. I said, let's split the bills down the middle because I know you already had kids prior to me. Let's split the bills down the middle, put the money in a joint account, and let's pay the bills out of that. I didn't say, you need to be able to pay this, that, and the other, because I know he already had responsibilities. I'm not that person because my love wasn't based on your finances. It wasn't 1 or 2 for him.
So why you couldn't stay there for free?
Can I bring something up?
Because that's not going to happen in my life.
Can we talk about finances real quick from a woman's
I'm not saying that finances is not a need. I'm saying it's not number 1 because when I first meet you, I don't know what the hell your finances are like.
And I've been meeting them by myself this whole time. So that's one thing that I want to point out past Eddie, because we keep talking about finances, but women be living in their financial situations before men come about.
We're talking about finances because whether y'all want to admit it or not,
we want submissiveness.
No, we was talking about submissiveness, Eddie, and you made it about finances because it's a trigger.
They not gonna be.
You talking to the wrong person.
I had to mute cuz. I'm sorry.
I had to
mute.
Hey, Jay had to mute him. Go ahead, Josh.
I had to mute cuzzo. I'm sorry, cuzzo.
This is what I was gonna say about submissiveness. Okay,
please.
So,
I want to hear about that.
When we talk about submissiveness, this is something I know y'all not used to hearing, but like I look forward to submitting to my man. Like I really do. I swear to God.
Where's she at?
It is so hard to find a man that puts himself in a position for you to submit to. I'm not playing. Like I look forward. I talk to my brother about this all the time. I tell him, I said, I can't wait. I can't wait. We literally had a conversation the other day where, him and his wife were talking, and I said, yeah, it's okay sometimes for a wife to say, you know what, baby, you're right, and I'm sorry. And I look forward to that period in my life where I can look for a man for leadership and guidance, because that's what submissiveness is about. It's about you leading this family. It's about you making sure that this family is going in the correct direction. So I'm submitting to you because for me not to submit to you would be counterproductive.
But Jocelyn, let me ask you this, in that same thing. So I have are you on your own right now, and have you been on your own for quite some time?
Not quite. Quite some time.
I mean, well, just have your own thing. and Fee and
when you say own thing, what we talking about here? Like,
so the reason I asked that is because one of my best friends, my sister, she has been single and raising her kids for quite some time on her own. So for someone to come into that, they have to be an extremely strong person. And I think that I personally think that, and I've even told her this, I personally think that even if she gets a guy who's very headstrong, I don't think she's going to be willing to give up that quote unquote power.
Okay, so here's the thing about me, Frank. I am very what do they call it? They call men alpha males, right? But there are alpha females too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And my brother and other men have described me as an alpha female. But like I said, I still look forward to being subjective. To me, it's not about that. You get what I'm saying?
But have you ever had it? Have you ever had a true alpha male that's like, no?
I will say no. I will say no, and that's probably why I look forward to it so much. I will say that I probably have never. So I'm looking for that person who's like, gonna be that position in my life, and I don't think that's a bad thing. You get what I'm saying? Right. It's a bad thing that someone has never played that position in my life, maybe. But that is something that I look forward to. And to answer the other part that you were talking about, I don't have kids. You get what I'm saying? I got a dog and a cat. So that situation look a little different for me. You get what I'm saying? So it's different. But like for me, I personally look forward to having my person that I can be submissive to.
Yeah. But the question is though,
now, hey, shut me. I gotta get to the last female. Ask, can you speak on the submissiveness?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but okay, this is the thing about submission. Let me see if my camera's working, but if it's not, it will just, okay, yeah, I'm still in freeze mode. Okay, so this is the thing about submission. I think most women don't have a problem with submission at all. The problem is when you talk about being a leader. And to be submissive, you have to be a good leader to have someone to submit to. And when we look at the dynamics of being a good leader, that's a tough position to be in. That's a tough position to be in for a woman and for a man. Because when I am a leader, that means ultimately my needs come last. I am right now the leader of a department in my corporation. And that means I have to have a vision, number one, for my department. And number two, I have to understand the needs of everybody that works under me. I have to make sure that their needs are met. I have to make sure that their desires are put into a place to where they can be successful. I have to make sure that everything that they need to get to where those needs are supplied. And so I think a lot of men want the position of power, but they don't want what comes with it.
Ashley,
So
but I have a question for you.
if you want the crown, you also have to understand the weight that comes with it.
Well, let's unpack that though. Why doesn't a man want
Let me
that
hit
on that
let me hit
position?
on that real quick, because Ashley, you said that you have to lead so many people, right? And
Wait. What is Candyman holding up?
What does that mean?
yeah, what is that? You on mute, Candyman.
She ain't lying. Cause if you
It is not, and I think this is the thing. It is not easy to be a leader. Okay,
hold on. Let me
it is
ask you this.
exceptionally hard.
Ashley, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. You said that in your job that you have your position is a leader, right? You have to do all of these things, but you're getting paid accordingly for that, right?
I mean, I could always be making more.
Of course. But you're making more than the people that you lead, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
Frank,
so hold on, wait.
But Frank, let's take that out of the equation. I'm just
using that as an example. I'm using that as an example because here's my thing is when you're saying that you lead people, you are trying to guide them the right way. Mm-hmm. And if you have a man in there and you're saying, okay, man, be the leader, and that man is going to guide you in the way that he feels like is fit. If you're saying that you want that leader, what are you doing as a follower? If you're for that man, what are you doing as a follower for that man?
But this is the thing, Frank. And this is this is the thing that people have to understand. And in order for you, listen.
Assisting with an A, assisting.
Oh, assisting. Assisting. Okay.
No. I mean, this is the thing. As a leader, my ultimate obligation is not what the people under me are doing, because if the boat sinks and I'm the leader, guess whose that falls on? That falls on me. Yeah. That falls on me. And so I think a lot of people have to understand, if you're going to step up and say, I want my woman to follow me and I want her to be submissive, you got to understand what that comes with. And when you have a good understanding of what that comes with, you have to understand that when the boat sinks, that falls on you. And you can't blame the people on the ship for the fact that it falls. And so a lot of people want to say, I want to be a leader, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. And you can't say, well, I didn't have good people on the ship. It don't matter, folk. You are the leader. And when people want to stand up and say, I want a woman to follow me, and I want a woman to stand in line, you have got to understand what it comes with in terms of leading the ship. And a lot of men don't understand what it is to be a good leader. It is hard to lead. It's a lot of stuff that
women pick those type of men though. Why do women pick those men and have baby with those men that don't know how to lead? I don't get it.
Because Eddie, a lot of us haven't been taught what that looks like. You have to understand what people understand.
A lot of us
what people have been raised
misdirected by the men themselves.
Yeah,
the man will pretend to be something else.
Yeah, exactly. You have to understand what people have been raised with. Have you seen that in your life? Have you seen what it looks like for a man to lead? And if you haven't seen that, then somebody coming in saying, I want to lead you, looks foreign to you. So you're going to fight against that because you haven't been raised that way. And so I think the biggest thing that we have to understand is that when we are picking people that we are going to be in relationship with, is understanding what they have seen and what their experience of love has been. I grew up, my father is a pastor. And so I have been raised to understand that when the ships falls, it falls on him, sir. And he was never going to blame my mother for something falling. He was never going to blame me or my brother or my sister for when the ship fell. He understood that if your mom goes off track, that's on me. If you go off track, that's on me. If your brother goes on track, that's on me. And a lot of people want the crown, but they don't want the weight that it comes with. And so if you want to be a leader, you got to understand all that comes with. So when you get on the mic and be talking about, I want to lead, I want you to be submissive, you better understand what that comes with. And when you understand what that comes with, you understand that everything falls on you, sir. And so a lot of people want the woman to be in the kitchen. They want the woman to do this. They want the woman to do that. But then they got to understand that, sir, if you want her to do all that, let me tell you what that comes with on your end. When we talk about submission, we got to go further in that conversation and understand
wait a minute. The Bible says, if one of your employees did that to you, if one of your employees came to you and said, okay, yeah, I want you to, you're going to lead me, but here's what you need to do on your end. You would be like,
that's what it is, right? That's what it is, right?
No, because there's a respectful way to have that conversation.
As a leader, everything falls on me. As a leader,
respectful way to have a conversation.
Hold up. As an employee, you stepped on something. My director, I have to go to her and help her understand that if you want all of these things that you asking us for, you gotta be timely. You gotta have meetings to tell us what you need. You can go up the ladder and say, this is what I need in order for you to lead me. You can do that.
Y'all, I'm in this mentorship program at my job, and we talked about communication the other day in one of these meetings that we had, and it was a really cool meeting. It was like 4 hours long, but like I got a lot out of it. And one of the things we talked about is how to be effective in your communication. I feel that a big problem is that people are just not effective in their communication, even when it comes down to what you want, what you expect, what you don't expect. We are not effective in our communication. And that's what it all comes down to. And even further to the point, we are so scared to have conversations nowadays. It's crazy. Let's put it on the table. Let's talk about the shit we don't want to talk about because we need to talk about it.
A lot of them think it's too soon. It's too soon.
When is too soon? That's subjective.
There's never too soon to communicate.
But a lot of men that I've come up with, you start talking about relationships and stuff and what you expect, they be like, it's too soon to talk about that. Let's just let it happen. No, I need you to know up front because maybe you not who I need.
Yeah,
maybe I'm not who you need. Maybe you can't provide what I need, right? And maybe I'm just a little bit too vociferous for you. Maybe I talk too much for you. You know, you need to know all that stuff up front instead of farther down the road when you done got emotionally connected, and then he say, I can't take her no more.
You know, to piggyback off Jocelyn, I'm gonna shut up. I just want to make a quick point. Can y'all hear me? So
yes, we can hear
to piggyback off Jocelyn, she said that they had a meeting for 4 hours over effective communication, right? So what's crazy is that I feel like when you're in a relationship, let's say you have a disagreement or it even gets to an argument, it's something negative. There's even a way, I went to counseling. I believe therapy for Black folks. Like I truly believe in that. So there's effective communication even in a disagreement, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, shut the fuck up, or I can't stand you, you sorry, something, whatever, like disrespectful.
Right.
Say, sweetheart, look, I'm not understanding what you're trying to tell me. It's going over my head. Can you give me a little bit, give me some time, or maybe we can talk about this in a different way. So then that way it's a more respectable conversation. Also piggybacking off what you said, you were saying something to the nature that people are scared to have these conversations. I'm also a communicator. I have no problem facing my communication issues right, head on. I be wanting to know. So we can talk about it. We may not have to talk about it right then and there because maybe that's like, too much friction. But
right.
We got to talk about it. But
and me even being clear with myself.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Steve. Go ahead. You was talking.
No, I was just saying. I was wrapping up. I was
I was
saying.
just
Well,
saying, if I'm
the
being
best
clear
thing
with
is,
I
myself,
don't think
it's
y'all hearing each
hard
other.
for me. It's hard for me sometimes. There are questions that I have or issues that I have, and everyone has trouble with framing those things sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Like, if we're being honest about something that you wanted to ask somebody, or you wanted to say something, or especially if you wanted to confront somebody about something, you play that over a million times in your head about how you was going to say that before you actually said that. So that's what I was talking about when I say afraid to have the conversation. You worried about how it's going to play out before you actually having it. So sometimes we just don't end up having it because we like, oh no, this gonna go left.
If you enjoyed that episode, don't forget to subscribe and like us on our YouTube channel and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.